Um, our story continues today at the Darn and Tumble. A modest-looking shopfront with sort of a very small and unassuming sign that you probably never would have noticed if you weren't actually looking for it. The windows are smoky and impossible to see through by anyone who doesn't have Devil Sight. If you do have Devil Sight, you can see through the tinted windows into a small room. Have a couple of barrels lined up against the wall on some strange-looking platforms, and a dwarf sitting behind a small counter at the back. Is there anything that is there anything that you would like to do before you reach for the handle?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we all did it. Destrian, I can't see on our end, but did we already kind of look around to see if there seemed to be anybody like watching the entrance? I thought we had and had seen no one.
I think we did that the first time.
I thought we did.
Went back to...
You are more than welcome to make another roll.
Okay.
Can we all do that?
Oh, I am so glad those came up as hidden.
Watch this.
Both Destrian and Lucius so far.
We see cheese!
Ah.
I see things to steal.
Yeah, cheese.
Mm-hmm. I ran out of pickles. Need cheese now.
Well, we didn't steal the pickles.
Anyway. Both Lucius and Destrian?
Gandalf, were you gonna roll?
A perception?
Yeah.
Certainly. 19.
Very close.
I was like, how do you see?
Destrian, Lucius, and Solus, you have a look around. Destrian, you do a very thorough scouring of the neighborhood that you can see. It is very dim, so you can't see exceptionally far, but in the radius of your vision, you are fairly certain that there is no one watching you from the outside. You don't have Devil Sight, do you?
I do not, just dark vision from his goggles.
But Lucius and Solus, you both do?
Yes.
I don't believe I have Devil Sight, I just have stupid dark vision distance.
Then Solus, you do notice that the dwarf inside the shop seems to be watching you quite intently, and with that roll, he has one hand propped on the counter itself and one hand apparently underneath.
Underneath
the counter, possibly holding something or reaching for something.
He's got a duress alarm.
I wonder if he's got a wand pointed at us. Or maybe he's just excited to see us.
What?
What drew you to a wand rather than, say, a cross?
Oh, well, I always prepare for something much more devastating. Because, like, oh no, Destrian got hit in the shoulder with a crossbow, and then we would destroy him. So I'm preparing for, like, meteor swarm. And if it's not, then I'm pleasantly changed of idea.
The fuck is a meteor swarm?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
To be fair, what the fuck's a meteor?
I think Wyndham said something like, is that one of those rocks that, like, a shooting star? He said that they were rocks.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A meteor is if you're standing where a shooting star lands.
Which they land.
And then we open the door.
And then, yeah, I guess we do.
Do it. The Darn and Tumble.
Wait, they can land?
As you open the door, you are greeted by a sort of gruff, grunting noise from the dwarf who is clearly seated on some kind of stool behind a small counter in the back of the room. He does not look at all happy to see you, and he sort of clicks his tongue behind his teeth. Says, "Getting kind of late to be doing laundry."
Yes, well, it was a somewhat urgent matter. I lost a button. Vivica said that, well, this was the place to come.
As you name drop Vivica, his very bushy eyebrows go up. And he says, "Name?"
Destrina.
And you see his arm sort of shift, grab something from beneath the counter and put it up on top. And it's basically a clipboard where he goes through, doesn't find a name, flips it over, and you, especially with the perception check you just rolled, can see that there's also a list of what appears to be very detailed descriptions of people whose names he did not get. Or names in quotation marks. This is where he seems to find your information and the description of members, what appear to be members of your party. And he goes, "Right." And then reaches for yet another thing under this magician's counter, as it were. And as he does, the light clicks on, and suddenly you can hear music coming from below. A jaunty tune. There's also the sound of laughter, occasional clapping and whooping and hollering. And he sort of gestures, says, "Down the stairs, you can't get lost."
Thank you, good man. I assume my companions may join me.
And he says, "Yep, got them all right here. Including the cat."
Quite the list. Come along, gentlemen.
I'm looking under the counter. What's he got down there?
Give me a perception check, please.
If he's
Don't
just
roll too high.
He's just grabbing his balls.
He has no pants.
It is sort of a magician counter. There is a storage sort of cubby underneath the top of the counter, and then there's also clearly stuff stored in sort of deeper cavities beneath the against the back of it. And from that roll, you can see there are a few what appear to be gems of some description. You imagine that these are enchanted items. There is also a couple of pull chains with different colored handles. You can also see a very intimidating looking warhammer, and a very impressive looking crossbow.
I want to pull one with a mage hand just to find out, but I'm not going to. Resist the urge.
You can right click on the bottom of the stairs.
Is Doc with us, by the way?
Yes, Doc has entered with you.
Okay. Let's see.
Did anybody not get to right click?
I didn't get a right click.
Okay, hold on one
You
second.
fool!
Did anybody else not get to right click?
Gotta be
I did not get to right click.
You fool!
Let me get a better song here. Alright. So you descend down the stairs, and instead of finding any further laundromat, you actually are greeted by a underground tavern that is quite busy this evening. Lots of people here drinking and chattering amongst themselves, having a grand time. Several either bar wenches or gentlemen run around the place delivering drinks and food orders to the slightly tipsy patrons. Hold on, sorry.
What's up with the white square?
Those are doors that can bring you into new locations if
Okay.
you open them. If they are bothering you here. Let me...
No, it wasn't bothering me. I was just curious, like, if I step into that, do you want me to roll something?
It's a trap.
On this door, by the way, you see the word office. And it is... and it is... or it's got quite an impressive looking lock on it. As you wander in, you find even a stage where several performers are doing their best to excite and titillate the crowd. What do you do? Did my song stop?
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
I don't suppose there are any familiar faces around here.
Well, roll a perception.
Happy to
Here to chow.
No. You guys are, these, what you do notice, particularly Solus and Sword, is, all of these people seem remarkably well dressed, given the location of this tavern. While you did find yourself in the best part of East Bank that you've been in so far, this is still a relatively rundown area, and you wouldn't expect to see such finery. These are clearly people who, with means, who have traveled into this area, either tourists or people from better parts of town.
Seems Destrian approaches the bar.
Yes, I was going to say, unless anybody else is doing something, Destrian will approach the bar. Yeah, basically just lean over. Pardon me, is Madame Vivica?
Hello, love. She seems very delighted to see you. And she looks around and she goes, "You know, I never forget a Fae. I've never seen you before."
Yes, newly arrived in your charming town.
Charming, that's one way to put it. Vivica is who you asked for, yes?
Yeah, she extended an invitation.
She's in her office, if I remember correctly. And she says, as she walks over, "Make yourselves comfortable." And she directs that to Sword and Lucius. Oh, is there light in here? Did I forget to put the light in?
I see light, except for like this one square that I'm standing in. I don't know why I exude darkness, but I guess I do.
You exude
I think if I
darkness.
stand right here. Nope, right here. Yep. So this
Boink.
little area is dark. You're really gonna make the cripple? All right, okay. I'll take the furthest seat.
That's damn
See
right.
how it is.
You put
I'll
yourself
hobble
in that
over.
scenario.
I'll fall into the seat.
And she asks, "Will you be staying for dinner or for the evening?"
Well, tell me, you are obviously familiar with the hospitality of the area. If one were looking for comfortable lodging, what would you recommend?
Well, no one knows comfort like, well, us. And she gives you a wink, and then proceeds to come over here and knock on the door. It sort of opens slightly. They have a brief conversation. It closes again, and she returns and she says, "Well, well, well. Aren't you special guests? Apparently, this round is on the house. What'll you be having?"
A good red, if you have it.
And she goes, "We have many." And she grabs a bottle off the wall and says, "This one's a particular favorite."
I look forward to trying it.
He puts
As well as get a glass of a mead for me. You'd hear in your head, Destrian.
He pours a chalice of the red, puts it in front of you, and then looks to Lucius.
Was that in everyone's head or just his? So
So last.
It would be everyone but Doc's head, technically. Or sorry, Sword's
Radio
head.
Percy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, he'd just say a mead, please.
And she goes and taps a small barrel into a goblet and puts it in front of you. Completely skims over the cat and looks to Percy.
I'll have a mead as well.
Does the same, puts it in front of you, and gives you a kind of wink. And she says, "You're welcome to enjoy the entertainment for as long as you want, and whenever you're ready, you can just let yourself into her office right over there." And then she finishes filling an order and begins walking around this way.
As I take a sip of this mead, how sweet is it?
It is quite sweet and has hints of something. It is different, more fancy than you're used to, almost. It's like got a bit of lavender in it.
And I'm going to shuffle it over towards Solus as a cat who can't taste sweet things. Enjoy.
Bibs is
He literally said
fine
he's
to
not a
it.
cat.
And then does the cat thing where he licks his paw and goes, this is very delicious. I enjoy the honey to it.
Thank God Lucius doesn't know that cats can't taste sweet things.
Well, unless you gentlemen would finish your drinks first, I suppose there's no time like the present to go see what the madam wished to discuss.
See, by the way, what are you doing?
Was it? Huh? Me? I was gonna drink, but now I'm concerned.
No. It's not like
This-
God is speaking to your ear saying, okay, now you.
Okay, now what are you doing? Are you drinking?
Drink
Out
out.
of curiosity, as you entered, did you take note of any of the people in the room?
Did I take note of any of the people in the room? What? Who the? I would like to roll for
you can
panic
say
attack.
no.
Definitely not.
And absolutely, I was fucking letting Destrian do his thing. Gonna take a few swigs of mead and just not
Good.
relax, but try to forget the pain of life right now.
Pain.
All right.
Pain.
Count 23 people. It will take me several turns to kill everyone with Eldritch Blast.
It's alright, the cat has fireball.
Feel a sudden sort of tremble? No. Hum of joy or laughter?
He's gonna like sketched out drug dealer checking for cops, just fucking like swivel around and look behind him.
You get the sense that she is enjoying the spectacle or the music.
You're gonna take a deep breath and just maybe start drinking a little heavier.
I think keeps stopping. There we go. Let's see if that'll work.
Well, are you gentlemen just going to enjoy the show, or would any of you like to come and talk with the master?
You were going
I'd
into
like
a
to see what
private
you have to say.
You were going into a private room to talk to her. I thought it was going to be a one-man show, but
Oh, what? Why?
what?
Never mind. Let's go talk to her.
I am of no interest in that woman, and then we open the door.
Why, I never! As he's opening the door with a shit-eating grin.
If you right-click, it should take you into Vivica's office.
I think he may have removed that feature with the...
Did I? Let's find out.
Beep, 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 beep. Ah!
Oh, I did. Here. Hold on. Okay. Try again.
How did I target myself?
Zah!
What do you mean, how do you target yourself?
Oh yeah,
Double
you
right
just right click.
I don't feel safe in here.
I've learned a new thing. I don't feel safe here. Runs towards the bed.
anyone with a bed like that, that's like right next to the door, like that's just
In their office.
Right in their office? Yeah, I know, right?
yeah.
And they got a
There's a
purple couch.
in here. You got the pimp couch.
Let's go. I've
Are
pimp
you
names
joining
like
us, Thomas?
Yes. There we go.
I couldn't see a token for Doc, but I assumed he would also have one with us.
Oh, here.
Oh, easy.
the doctor.
And as you enter, the woman behind the desk, who you already remember from the promenade, smiles quite warmly at you. Her office is obviously very well appointed with luxurious bits of furniture and a very plush carpet beneath her desk. There appears to be a just settled fragrance sort of lofting about the room. Lovely spicy scent. She, as I said, smiles at you and she goes, "Oh, I'm so pleased that you made your way here. Come in, please. Make yourselves comfortable."
Kind of tuck myself into the bed.
Taking a nap.
I'm kidding. I don't want to be under the covers in that bed.
Destrian would move forward, kind of raise the goblet to her slightly, and say, "Thank you for the hospitality of your house so far."
We're gonna just say Doc doesn't get one.
Perception checks.
There we go.
As Solus jumps on the bed and just does the
eyes
cat
turn into a
wolf
black
thing. Yeah.
You're horrified.
Destrian, her eyes flick around the room as you guys move. sort of landing on each of you, almost assessing where you choose to go. I trust everything is to your liking. I'm sorry, what was that, Percy?
It was gonna be a bad joke.
Justrian takes a sip of the wine. How is it?
It's very luscious. If I knew anything about wine or thought there was anything even remotely palatable about it, I would tell you all about it. So just assume it's top notch.
It's very alcoholic and red.
Yep.
So yeah, he kind of takes a sip, looks at the goblet in obvious appreciation, and goes, "Absolutely, yes."
What specifically brings you to my establishment this evening? I do know that I've extended an invitation, but I'm interested in what actually brought you here. What interests you?
And again, Destrian will kind of glance around the room to see if anybody else seems like they plan on saying anything.
Rest.
Lucius just looks at you.
Sticking the tip of a sword into the ground. Just leaning on it like...
Lucius just looking at you with a shitty
Well-
grin. I know what brought you here.
You're like a
Our
16-year-old.
interest is... He'll kind of... Our interest, my lady, is twofold. One, as my colleague said, to find a place that, shall we say, is more hospitable than those in the harsh light, than those beneath the harsh light of a gilded lantern. And secondly, proposition you made in the market. Promise of assistance in an endeavor of ours. Lord Bartholomew, was it? Seemed, well, open to negotiation.
Thaddeus, I believe you speak of.
I would not presume such familiarity.
And reasonable check. I don't think his name is Bartholomew. But I could be wrong.
Was it Lord Bartholomew? I thought it was.
Beaumont.
Beaumont, my mistake.
Thaddeus Beaumont.
Thaddeus Beaumont. Yes, it's a bit unusual for newcomers in town to immediately start making political alliances. Are you here for long term?
We are here to accomplish a goal. The length of our stay will be determined, I imagine, by our success in that endeavor. Or by the difficulty of our success in that endeavor.
And is your goal at Aspire, or?
A stone along the path.
Interesting. And she switches and looks around at other people, and she, her eyes land on Percy. And she says, "You can make yourself comfortable." And she gestures to the couch next to her.
I'd prefer not to, if it's all the same, ma'am.
This is where you totally one-up Ernie. You sit in her chair.
I go, I bet. Just toss the sword like nothing's wrong. Just go hop over the desk and land in the chair, kick your feet up. Start pulling out drawers.
What's this one do?
Trapdoor.
Start shaking. Ah! Ah!
No, I say that and I stay where I am.
And she sort of nods and her eyes move round. She looks to Lucius. And she goes, "And why are you here?"
Honestly, because of him. And he points at Destrin.
Interesting. And then she looks back to Destrin and she says, "Yes, Thaddeus Beaumont would probably have the connections you need. But he's unlikely to help you before the election. And he's unlikely to remember you after it."
I did rather suspect such would be the case. But needs must when the devil drives. And
Fortunately
besides,
for
there
you.
are
Besides, there are.
options to ensure the fulfillment of obligation.
Like what?
That depends entirely upon the obligation.
Yes. In this case, it would be his obligation to you to get you to aspire. Don't be coy.
Really? I thought I was rather good at it.
You're not.
Whispers entirely too loud into your ear.
No.
And she sort of sits out and crosses a leg. And everyone in the room notices just how much leg she's now showing. And she goes,
What
"For an
the?
amateur.
What'd you say, sorry?
For an amateur."
Ooh, fucking.
Snap.
But she says it with such charm that you're more probably moved to be amused than annoyed.
You wouldn't think she's just grilling you.
Well, perhaps my lady can share some wisdom, then.
I don't know about wisdom, but I can say that a woman in my position earns many favor. If you'd be willing to do one for me, I might be willing to do one for you. How's that sound?
That favor would involve the access that we require. Sounds marvelous indeed.
He crosses over and actually just sort of casually starts to pet you, Solus. Do you respond in any way?
I just act like a a cat as she pets me.
Starts
Just
purring.
kind of like lightly purr, yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's
overall, mostly asleep and kind of ignoring her, but enjoying the pet.
she's got those long nails as well that go right behind the ear. You're like, oh, actually.
I might want to stay. It's like a deep tissue massage.
It's a real scratch instead of just like a finger rubbing.
Yeah.
And what did you say in response to? How does that sound?
I said, provided that your favor would involve the access that we require. Sounds like an interesting proposition indeed.
Yes, I
Something
can.
like that.
I believe that I can get you the access that you need to Aspire. A guest pass, if you will.
And what favor precisely would you require for such an indulgence?
And she says, so straight to business then.
Business or pleasure?
And she goes, I think it's right up your alley, actually. I would like you to look into an injustice. What I believe. I know you've only recently come into town. Have you heard anything about the late governor?
That, well, a great deal, in fact. Primarily that his suicide was remarkably convenient timing.
Insight or perception? If you are proficient in both, with advantage, please.
Eat.
Destrian. She flinches when you say suicide. Very imperceptibly. But just a sort of slight twinge at the corner of her eye and slight crease of the eyebrow. For someone you imagine as practiced as she is at disguising emotions or putting on a facade, you imagine that term wounded her quite deeply.
Imagine it would be all too easy to attach the term injustice to the event.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I imagine it would be all too easy to attach the term injustice to the events that surround it.
Indeed, what makes you say so?
So just so I can remember clearly, Amelia was the one who basically said that she didn't think it was true, correct?
Yes, she
Okay.
was quite forceful about that opinion.
Mm-hmm. From what we've heard, he didn't seem the type to perform either what he was accused of or what happened next.
And she's studying you quite closely as you say this, and she says, heard from whom? Most people think that he got what he deserved.
in my experience, most people are, well, fairly foolish.
That's true, although I think it's notable that you responded to a statement and not the question. Heard from who?
If I may venture a further question, why the interest?
You're an enigma. You only recently arrived in town. I don't know very much about you, and I'm going to have to trust you a great deal. Satisfied?
So- It is not my confidence to betray. I am certain a woman in your position understands such thing.
Indeed. And of course, I do know how important a noble's reputation is. You must be able to uphold people's confidence. And her expression has issued a challenge to you.
It's gonna roll something nice and quickly. No.
What are you waiting for? Are you expecting me to tell you something?
I guess he would kind of tilt his head. Let's say, noble. And here I thought you said you didn't know much about.
I wouldn't have expected you to admit it that quickly.
I admitted nothing.
What did you say your name was? Oh, come now.
Sorry, no, it just threw me up because I didn't mean to imply that he was admitting anything. So, sorry.
You said, now here... Okay.
But never mind. It's not a big deal. He says, Destrian Akabran.
You see her eyes sort of flicker just for a second, and she sort of goes through. You imagine she's trying to recollect something, and shakes her head, and smiles, and she goes, "Okay, Destrian Akabran, if you insist." And then she looks to Solus. And she goes, "Come now, I think you have made your point."
So this wouldn't react at all. He would still keep playing the cat.
Shit, she's onto us, boys. Kill her.
Fireball!
And she sort of lifts a shoulder, shrugging, and says, "Oh, if you are more comfortable in that form, I suppose."
He would just look up towards her
And sneeze.
and just say, probably at first, my apologies. I'm allergic to this bullshit. There's quite a bit of games being played between everyone, I think. Though mine, I am forced to play quite a bit more subtle. And so I do, with skill. As it appears, as he sprawls out doing that cat long stretch, as he says, "You do as well." As he just flops onto his side on the bed.
We all do our best. And then the mask that she's been wearing, the sort of ethereal beauty thing that she's got going on, sort of flips, and she almost looks like human, for lack of a better word, and she says, "But no more game. I do hope I can get to know you all a little better. I think if you are the sort of people that I think you are, we could be quite good friends. And we could do a lot of good things for this city." Starting with maybe putting out a few gold lanterns.
What precisely is this injustice, then, that you would see corrected, my lady? And how can we assist in such an endeavor, gentlemen as we are?
Well, as you probably guessed, I was a bit surprised to hear that you already believed that perhaps there was more to the story of the late governor than what most people believe. I thought I was... No matter. I have reason to believe that... Well, I have reason to believe that the late governor was murdered. And I'd like your help to prove it.
A lofty goal.
Will you assist?
If you are able to get us into Aspire, it is a worthy enough goal to pursue.
And she seems to make a mental note. And says, "A deal is a deal. If you if you help me pursue this, if you bring me the evidence I need, I will be able to get you into the fire.
And I suppose you have, or well, I would like to think at least that you have more of a, shall we say, direct path for us to follow than that worthy, though nebulous goal.
I don't understand what you just said.
Basically, it was, so what is the actual job? I assume you're not just going to give us a go find me evidence and then send us out into the hurly-burly of the city.
I assumed you might have more questions, but if you're eager to get started. And she moves over here, takes out a piece of paper, writes down an address, and slides it over to you. It's in the Mall District. She says, you are looking for the last known residence of Lionel Porter. Does that name ring any bells for you?
What was the last name?
Porter.
Porter?
And does it ring any bells for us?
Destrian and Percy can both roll history checks.
I'm so smart. I graduated preschool. Yeah.
Hell yeah! We smart.
No,
Smarter.
no, that name does not ring any bells for anyone in the room.
And who precisely might this gentleman be?
Well, dead. But prior to that, he was a low-tier tournament fighter, looking for a big break. He got quite a bit of a scandal recently when it was discovered that he was using some kind of drug for, well, better performance.
For performance. What precisely was going on?
It's unclear. Makes them stronger, faster. There was quite a cheating scandal recently.
So we have heard. This... what he was using. Do you know if it had any connection to Crimson?
And she furrows her brow and she goes, I wouldn't know.
What makes you think, I see. The accusations against the governor. If he was involved in, if such a scandal was existing, there may be evidence there as to the true puppet master.
Precisely. I do believe that... well, I'm hopeful that there is something there that incriminates someone or explains something or perhaps reveals the truth of what really happened. I'm not entirely sure what you'll find, but I'm fairly certain it's still there, and that it's very well hidden.
What makes you so sure?
Mr. Porter died about 5 nights ago. They claimed it was a sudden, accidental, natural death. There's even rumors that it might have something to do with a relapse with the drug. But they haven't left his flat. It remained a crime scene for days, with people in and out, rummaging around. And now, as far as I can tell, it is under constant surveillance. If anyone approaches the house, someone will know. I don't know exactly who they are, or what they're capable of, or even why they're watching, but my guess is that there's something in there that somebody wants to find.
Destrian will pull out one of the scarves that we've taken from the quote-unquote finders keepers. Hold it up and say, "These mysterious people, are they seen with anything like this?"
And she says, "Oh no, these are no street thugs, these are professionals. It's much too dangerous for people like me, for people like you have."
It is, well, I suppose more in our skill set. If I may ask a question, and, well, believe me when I say I mean no offense. Why do you care about this injustice?
She thinks about that for quite some time. Call it curiosity.
Insight check.
You nat 20'd it.
Nice.
GG.
She is lying through her teeth. And she is doing a phenomenal job of it. There was just a flash of something behind her eyes that you only caught because you asked that question deliberately to provoke her.
Yes.
Provoking people is what we do best.
I mean, basically.
She said curiosity killed the cat.
And when she says curiosity, he kind of thinks for a moment, and then we'll ask another question. And what makes you so certain that what transpired to the governor was indeed an injustice? That one that your curiosity drives you to understand.
And she studies you for a minute, as if making up her mind about something. And she says, "A few weeks before the scandal broke about the kind of thief being behind drugs and the tournament drugging scandal, Bolton Duval was overheard at a gala of some description. Soliciting donors for an upcoming political campaign he was about to launch. There would be no reason for him to do that. Unless he was, well, anticipating that the governorship would be vacating soon. I thought that bit of information was odd, and so I continued to look into it. And she shrugs and says, "I've then come to learn that the Coin Guard were apparently preparing for a raid at the governor's estate before his so-called involvement was even discovered by the guard. Too many things happening, with too much coordination and with too much precision. And he looks a little sad and says, no matter what was happening, he still had something to live for.
This Lionel Porter, had he, beyond their shared occupation within the arena, had he any connection to Bolton?
No. Wasn't in the same class of fighter, wouldn't have ever had any reason to cross paths with him. No. Lionel. And, she sneers just a bit at the name. His connection to all this is through the drug. He was one of the witnesses who pointed the finger at his daughter. Or did you not know?
No. Those we've spoken to have been light on detail of the events of the investigation itself.
She was publicly revealed to be the leader of the Finders Keepers. They called her Finder. Apparently, they had started a drug manufacturing ring and working together with her father, managed to start a doping scandal among the tournament champions, fixing the results and reaping the rewards. Ruined her whole family. She was arrested, and wouldn't you know it, died in custody.
Custody of the Coin Guard?
No.
What?
City guard. Apparently she was trying to escape.
Day watch or night watch?
And she sort of frowns and she goes, I believe the day.
And one final question. The Coin Guard. We've been told of their presence in this city, but little else. Who holds their purse strings? Are there limits to their remit within these walls?
They're a mercenary band, a guild, just like any of the other guilds around. They are bound to a charter and are funded by the Gilded Alliance Association dues. They patrol areas that pay their fees and get added security. He said that very much like a company line. They don't believe they're bound by the same rules of conduct as the City Guard. They are not welcome here.
Yes, there did seem to be a distinction, a distinct improvement between the clientele of your establishment and most others.
Well, the clientele here is by invitation only. Most of them are not from around here. And she walks around her desk. So, please check at this address, then report back to me about what you find. Depending on how useful your information is, I will either have an immediate invitation back to Aspire or an update on my progress with it. And she sort of smiles. You get the idea that that was her idea of a joke.
Looking at the address, you said it was in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
That is the area that is like quite heavily patrolled by the guard and the Coin Guard, correct?
One of them, yes. It probably had a bit more of a presence than anywhere else that you've been so far, as it is very heavily touristy area.
In his mind, Destrian will just send a quick message to out to like across the broadcast. Basically just saying should we grab a room and basically just discuss strategy for the for any attempt we're going to make on this place.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, well,
Solus has fallen asleep in the bed.
Yes. Hold on. Wait, what? Yeah, we can translate. Wait, this isn't our room?
He just, we will, if you would give us some time to discuss the matter. We are a collective after all, and no one of us can speak for all. If we may discuss matters amongst ourselves, create a stratagem for any endeavor, we should be ready to make an attempt on the morrow, if all goes well.
And she sort of goes, yes, but I don't need to leave to give you privacy. You can talk amongst yourselves. And she indicates to her head. Did you all know
Well-
that you sort of tilt your head?
Are you making fun of my tweak?
You've been fucking called out.
How else are we supposed to hear it?
He says, well, in addition to, regardless of privacy, rest will be needed. If there are these, well, ruffians awaiting those who wish to make an attempt at the residence, well, we've had quite a day so far. We'll want to be at our best when we negotiate for
course.
entry.
Of course. And she looks specifically at you, Percy. A good night's sleep is what you need. I do have rooms available, but not many. Do some of you mind sharing? With each other.
I don't.
I've been doing it so far.
I prefer to snuggle.
I think every night we've been together, we've been in one room, yeah.
Yeah.
There are 3 beds available, and they are, of course, free of charge. Friends, you understand. If you choose to indulge in some company, however, well, you'll have to pay.
Thank you, my lady. Your offer is most generous. And we'll be happy to avail ourselves of the hospitality of your...
And he sweeps across the room and opens the door, reaching around Percy. Careful not to touch him.
I'm just gonna like
You can
bump shove into Doc.
you can right click on the door and it should bring you back into the tavern.
Door.
Is it not
Since-
working?
I sense no door.
Nope.
Here?
Yeah, it's here.
Huh?
No right click.
Help, please! If I just
Please.
click on the darn and tumble,
Oh.
I can be on the darn and
And now,
tumble.
yes. But now we need tokens.
But now my token's not on the darn and tumble. No, I
And you can't go back?
And I can't go back.
Because I did the same thing.
I
Idiots
didn't
think
even see
alike.
darn
The
tumble.
brainlets think
You don't see it in the top left?
No.
Don't click it.
Don't
Oh,
click
okay, wow.
it. Don't click it.
Oh, Darn and Tumble Tavern. There it is.
You end up
click it.
absolutely powerless if you click it.
You totally can right click on the here.
Ah,
See?
okay. It suddenly just worked. Okay.
I'm
There we go.
doing
Whee!
it for all you.
There you go.
But yes, I guess we'll grab a room.
Uh,
Or 3.
Only 3
will be
beds.
You will be told that the rooms are beyond this door. The nice barmaid will fetch you the keys and say that she's so delighted that you're staying for the evening. Will you be social or...
Regrettably, we have business to discuss, but we may wish to avail ourselves of greater hospitality once that business is concluded.
I am social of
Oh,
the
don't be a
anti-variety.
stranger. She goes, I could probably draw something out of you.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Souls immediately sits down at the table. We're all like, we're going to the bedroom. Souls is like, I'm gonna knock people's drinks over.
Hold on, knocks them all off and then knocks them. Those fools will learn not to put them so close to the edge.
And are you guys
No.
right clicking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where should we be right clicking?
Like on the door. There.
Oh.
How'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do it? It has
Show it to
permissions.
class.
It has permissions done it.
Here, maybe this is the problem. What is this?
I'm gonna keep clicking everywhere now till I end up somewhere I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Straight to the Underdark with you.
No! What if I click down here?
Don't
Oh.
click that.
No.
You disappeared the second you clicked it for me.
Don't click that.
So we
And each of
immediately
the
clicked
rooms
it.
is just a pretty basic chamber. Bed and light, and that's it. Utilitarian. Serves a purpose.
Very clear purpose.
I can already see where this is going.
Sleep.
Get the fuck out, Destry!
Percy's like locking the door, like I guess Destrian and Dog are sharing.
Yeah, I just walk over here, close it, put my cane sword up against it.
Are we not? Oh, okay.
Are we not what? Doing a powwow?
Well, I did want to talk about the offer that was made and ensure we're all in alignment on it, and also, talk about the potential that we'll have to start a public brawl in the mall.
I mean, we can, as he points to his head. But you know how he is.
How soundproofed are these rooms?
Not
Like, how
very.
out in the hallway can you hear?
Wait, are these professionally soundproofed?
No, they're stone chambers built under a laundromat.
There you go.
You can hear the music in the other end. It is muffled pretty significantly. You are actually relatively impressed considering how loud and boisterous it was in the other rooms. You feel like these, I mean, they're designed to give privacy.
For sleeping.
Some snoring
You know,
gets
night
loud.
terrors and the like.
Don't make fun of my paralysis demon, it'll come back.
We very, very nearly just had alright, you guys, long rest, and we're gonna go into a soulless nightmare where Mama Danroy is an eldritch horror trying to put you in a tub.
I'm in a cauldron.
And everybody's a
Do
cat.
this to me.
You can't do this to me. I'm a god. Leave me alone.
All I'm saying is if we all go into one room and powwow it out, as in talking about plans, and then we all come out and somebody passes by, it's gonna look really weird.
Or completely natural.
Or completely normal, depending on how robust this place goes.
I mean, we're like mostly all human, so it's pretty basic.
The cat trots happily behind everyone.
I would like to think that the chances of such a misunderstanding are minimal, but they are not reduced by avoiding the sun. First of all, you all heard her offer. Do we all feel it worth pursuing?
Seems like an easier one than pandering to that Beaumont.
Did you get anything from her?
The chills.
Why are you laughing like that? Stop it! It's actually in character. He's just giggling to himself like a schoolgirl.
He kind of shrugs and says, only that she has more of a investment in the circumstances about the governor than she let on. So, more than that, it is hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
She is adept at mask such things.
Well, it's a lead.
Agreed. Then as to the task itself, does anyone have anything that they could, well, any way to approach this matter that might be somewhat subtler than our normal?
As I look into my spellbook, I mean, I can make us harder to detect.
What do you mean?
Magically. If we're trying to sneak in. But I thought the point of it was to be caught.
From what she said, the point of it is to find information.
Yes. And then maybe be confronted by the mysterious people waiting and watching outside, maybe? Oh. Maybe that's just a side thing.
So far, confronting those people has yielded little. They seem even the lowliest thug seems willing to, well, take their own life rather than reveal anything. If information is worthwhile. I am by no means opposed to confrontation, but if information is our objective, it may not be the most direct path.
I mean, you're cleaning up the streets one body at a time, I guess.
Fair point. As I said, I'm not opposed to the idea, but, well, it would be best if any such confrontation did not spill out to where the wider populace may be involved.
Well, like I said, I can make it harder to notice us, but I can't make it impossible.
I do things good, but what do you mean? Quiet our footsteps, cloak our vision, or cloak their vision?
Put blindfolds on all of us.
More like quiet our footsteps, use the shadows to help us. Stay out of their sight.
Well, sounds like a decent enough place to start. Anyone else?
It sounds like there's not much more to be learned until we're actually there.
Agreed.
We're literally just looking for something.
Well, suppose we'll have to see what we can find then. Rest well, my friends.
Is
Let's
that
see what tomorrow will bring.
is that limp actually going to go away with just a sleep? He said
Wouldn't hurt to try.
over your shoulder. Better
And
than
he
nothing.
tosses you a shield.
Snug it. How much
It's not
does
a
a
good throw. It
shield
hits
weigh?
Destrian right in the back of the head.
Invisible mage hand catches before it
Speed.
because it only weighs 6 pounds, which is funny. It is a dumbbell,
Barely.
barely with while doing pumping motions. Oh, good. So you won't need that anymore. All right. Thanks for it back. Night night. So let's get it.
Okay. Destrian actually will return before turning in. He'll return to the like common room, and order get food and another drink and stuff like that. This is a nice place. He's gonna enjoy his evening before he turns in.
You guys are going to bed now?
It's like, wait, are you? I mean, okay.
I mean, it depends on
And as
every
you
food.
do, you are approached by several of the ladies and a few of the gentlemen, gauging your interest in company.
Yeah,
One
that checks
pretty
out.
half elf with pigtails.
Where's the nun? It's here somewhere.
Where's the nun?
Interest aplenty. Intention to pay none.
Which means you're useless here.
They suss that out and quickly leave you alone.
Fair enough. Then yes, he will enjoy a nice meal, nicer wine. I assume that part isn't on the house.
No. Your first was on the house, but everything else, you are given a good discount, but still, it is a relatively pricey establishment.
Mm-hmm. What's the damage?
You got how many drinks and food?
Probably another 2 glasses of wine and like a nice meal.
That'll probably be about 5 silver.
Okay. He will put a gold on the table and then another gold on the stage as he walks by toward the room.
I knew you were gonna do it. Damn adventurers.
Lucius is just DMing you in the fucking like in your head, just like, "Hey, DoorDash, can you pick me up?"
In which case, yes, he would. I guess he would also get something for another portion to take to his less social colleagues.
Why is Destrian such a good guy? What the fuck?
It's because he took an oath to be a good guy.
Actually, he would take two because thinking about it, Percy's also probably going to need to eat.
He's already asleep. Doc is already curled up in bed with him.
And then, yeah, I guess retire to his room after placing the food outside each door and giving them a knock. Is Doc gonna be sticking around as well, or does he have business?
Doc will explain that he is going to turn in early because he has to report back to Brother Nico relatively early for something. And you do notice that he seems to have a bit of a very light misting, really, of sort of perspiration forming on his brow. He's flexing his hands a lot and seems just a bit uncomfortable in his skin.
Can I roll an insight check now, and then Nick can just kind of respond to that when they're online?
Sure.
So, insight.
I'm looking for a 3.
And Destrian basically would kind of just take him in
To an embrace.
and ask a lingering symptom.
Or history, yeah.
What is the prognosis?
Damn it.
And yes, Nick can respond to that whenever they're back online.
What's the history check for? I don't know.
Misart cat? Nick?
Ignore it.
He was just checking. He was reading a book.
There you
I
go.
don't know if you understand the words.
He would just shrug and say something vague about burdens to bear, and you don't really get much more than that.
Okie doke.
And if that is all of you turning in for the evening, you can all go ahead and take your long rest.
Die.
Die.
At this point, let's take a quick break so I can get more tea, and then we'll start up again.
That means I can heat up soup.
Yay!
Let's go.
Soup time.
Man made soup, I made soup.
Is that English?
Yeah.
Meme soup, mammy soup.
May made soup, so I eat soup. Yeah.
May we all be so lucky.
Get it in May.
Shut up.
Badumts.
Don't that it does not deserve a badumts.
D4 now.
Hello? Damn, so quiet.
Okay. You guys ready for this promotion?
What?
I said, are you guys ready for the stealth is optional mission?
Oh, the stealth as optional mission. Yeah. I mean, hey, if we manage to, stealth our way in with nobody seemingly seeing us, I say we just walk out with a big bag and just say, "Oh my god, I can't believe we found it." And just walk off into the sunset.
That is one way to deal with it, yeah?
Something about walking off into the sunset.
Yes,
just-
Lucius and I are married now.
Yeah.
Oh,
put a ring on it.
congratulations! It's one of those Vegas marriages that last forever.
Totally.
Yeah.
I give it 3 weeks.
Totally lasts forever and not until the honeymoon.
It'll last precisely 5 seconds after the AC bonus wears off.
Oh, that is such
Yeah.
a meta joke. God damn.
And the 5 seconds is only because it takes a while to end it. Takes
I think
precisely
technically
one
it takes
turn
an
to kill
hour
someone.
to cast ceremony, which I assume would be necessary for.
No, believe it or not, to end it,
No.
you just have to kill them. They just have to be dead.
Oh, well, fair enough then. That is more convenient.
Yeah.
Is he mad that the bed isn't under the desk?
Yeah. Or that I am not in bed.
He big mad.
Angry.
Anger roof.
They've been at daycare for the last few days while we were away, so since Tuesday. And yeah, he big mad.
Yeah. Hachi freaks the hell out just if I'm like gaming on the computer for like 3 hours. Like when I leave here, he's going to be freaking out jumping on me. If I leave for several days, yeah. When I came back from the hospital and he wouldn't leave me alone for about 4 days.
Aw.
One of the more adorable stories, if not this one, but the other one, was when he got put on timeout at daycare for being a booger. Because what we figured was that this one had just gotten surgery to remove a small growth from behind his front leg. And Ollie was being protective and being like, he's get away from him! And so was being a little bit too aggressive toward other dogs who would get too close to him.
Oh.
Which is just adorable.
I had Hachi do that with a very large golden retriever that was outside. An absolute sweetheart of a dog. The owner just lets them walk around without a leash all the time, and they'll just bound up to you and be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
Hachi's perfectly fine with it until the golden retriever starts sniffing me. Then Hachi's like, "No, back away. That's mine."
Absolutely not.
That's my human, and I object. Something fierce.
So you have chosen death.
I imagine that's what Solus would say if any other cat came along and got Lucius's attention.
You mean that's what Lucius said whenever fucking Solus was gonna get taken by the Baroness?
No.
Oh, the Baroness tried so hard. She wanted it so bad.
Her own mind would kill her if she did.
You know, knowing your luck, it would be one save.
You're not
just
wrong.
make it.
You're not wrong. Well, the funny thing is, if they don't pass the first save, there are no saves anymore.
Try again.
You just have to. There are no saves anymore. You just have to figure it out.
Like, this is just your reality now.
Nope.
Deal with it.
You have to break out of the matrix. There's no save. You just break out of the fucking matrix. You can make an investigation check.
It's easy enough.
Challenge accepted.
Oh my god. This is so
What?
good. I don't know how she does it. It's literally just bok choy, potatoes, beef,
Snoop.
onions, and some sauce. It's so fucking good.
Sauce is a game changer.
The sauce. If you guys don't have bok choy in your soup, put bok choy in your soup. It soaks up all the soup. It makes it really fucking good.
It does.
Ow! I actually can't remember if I ever posted it. Destrian, you know I'm talking about this, right? By the way. That funny spell.
I figured, but I wasn't certain in character. Obviously.
Oh.
But yes, I figured that's what. Out of character, I figured that's what.
I think I used it exactly once
I
Perfect.
think so.
when we were in the funny house with the other guards. We were playing the act natural meme the entire time.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And Lucius got shot
Gandalf,
like
you back?
6 times, which happens way more often than it should.
I know, right?
Sorry.
I'll
pull it back.
No, do not. It's fucking hilarious. I say that more so in line with the meme where it's like, it's happened twice, which is odd that it's happened twice.
Which isn't a lot, but it's odd that it's happened more than one.
Yeah, exactly. He just always ends up in that position where he's like, here you go, here's the thing. And people are like, oh, good. Dispose of you we will. Barrage initiates.
Either way, in your not dream exactly. But unconscious state. You lose
What?
a face. Much the same way that you sometimes see scenes or objects or people that may be of interest to you. I am DMing you the face that you see.
Santa Claus. He's upset.
Oh, that was so weird. Somebody else was DMing me at the same time. That threw me off hella fucking hard.
Is it also a face?
Okay. Do I wake up with, like, wet sheets or
Yes.
what?
Yes.
The face is fleeting, but memorable. And then you drift back off into the darkness. And by the time you wake up, it's just a sort of memory. You feel like you'd probably recognize it if you saw it again.
Yeah. And just to be sure, these are usually the, what are they called? Not the intrusive thoughts. These are usually the subtle hints of, like, hey, follow this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Something of interest
Yeah.
is probably the best way.
Gotcha. Intrusive thoughts.
Fucking the scroll speaks to you.
The scroll it speaks. Inside joke. Got so many people banned.
So as you wake up, you realize you have no idea what time it is. You feel very well rested. Like, these are comfortable mattresses and, like, goose down pillows and perfect temperature control. Your head hit the pillows and you just were like, out. It could be noon the following day. You have absolutely no idea. But you do know that you don't hear any of the lively music or anything from outside. So you assume that it's either very, very late at night or early morning?
I guess Destrian will send out like a ping through the mental channel. Everyone awake?
Yes, I think so. But I don't want to be Lucius. Carry me.
My reply looks like this. As it is the morning, and I do not want to be disturbed. But I will just carry Solus.
Then yeah. Knock on Percy's door.
And he'll start getting up, and you'll hear just from the other side that you've clearly woken him. As he is fucking equipping the armor as you do.
How long does it take for your armor?
I don't think it takes long. It's fucking splint.
Yeah,
Was
it's not
that 10
fucking.
minutes?
Yeah. Well, it's not plate. It's not big one.
No giga armor.
Yes, Destrian would wander out to the front room. Oh. Clicking on this door takes me back to this door.
Oh.
Oh, it takes 1 minute to dawn hastily, 4 minutes to dawn normally.
No, so 4 minutes later.
Hold on.
Oh wait, that was 3.5.
It's all the same, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're right.
Someone who
now?
played 3.5. I can tell you
There
it's
you go.
not. Ah, thank you. But yeah. Having come out several minutes early, Destrian would do what he has become his usual of ordering whatever they may have in the way of coffee and breakfast for the table with a saucer of milk and Solus.
God, we have him
Wondrous.
so whipped. I'm kidding. Destrian is the
breakfast
bestest boy. Destrian is the goodest boy. He's just he's the group mom, I swear to God. I'll bring Solus with me.
He's
Let's
the
go,
Dadadin.
boy. The Dadadin.
I put the pal in paladin.
Can I do this? I can.
Can he do this? He can.
I
As we
was seeing if I could
take-
bring Solus with me and fucking run through here. We look to you as our fearless leader, Percy.
He's sleeping in the chair.
Damn it.
And you are delighted to learn that they actually have quite a wide variety of lovely breakfast. Bacon, sausages, eggs, oats, bread, and breakfast stew.
Yes, please. Bacon, sausage, breads, and coffee if you have it.
And she'll take the order, saying she thinks that there may have been some fish intended for fish pie, and she gestures to the cat.
You'd be most welcome. Thank you.
This place
You will
does
be-
seem to be of exceptional quality.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
They didn't even charge us extra for closing the door.
Amazing. Almost as if it should just be that way.
So, do we have any business before we attend to Lionel's lodgings?
Deathbed. No.
Nothing from me.
And Solus, I trust then that you will have no objection once you finish your fish.
Of course not. As long as I'm being carried, then I'll have objection.
Generous breakfast is brought out to you in relatively short order. Bacon is crispy, sausage is golden brown and delicious. Scrambled eggs, toast, grilled mushrooms and tomatoes. And they keep referring to this as the Friends Banquet.
And what does the Friends Banquet set us back?
200 gold.
3 silver.
Just turn over your purse.
Takes out crossbow. I wasn't asking.
They bring out a little carafe of coffee as well. You think that the coffee is flavored with something cinnamon, vanilla.
Screw that.
As a thank you to her... Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying, screw that. It could be whatever I want it to be. Kidding.
As an acknowledgement and thanks for her thoughtfulness toward our delightful mascot, Destrian will place a gold piece down on the table as we read.
Oh. And she will scoop it up and give you a wink. And you readily enjoy the food. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or shall I just pull you out to the map?
I actually do have something to talk about over breakfast. Real quick. No. No way. Holy shit. I also like to imagine that if a chef in D&D, the world of D&D, ever saw somebody casting prestige on their food, that would be the greatest offense. Like bringing in your own spice to a restaurant.
Imagine the greatest chefs are just.
Me?
I imagine the greatest chefs are just like birds with a hyper focus on prestidigitation, where they create like exact specific flavor profiles to like a molecular level, and that's what makes them so renowned.
You better finish this within an hour, otherwise it's gonna taste like shit.
Right?
It's McDonald's
I do
food.
not know how to cook.
But no, he would just, while enjoying bacon and potatoes and hash browns, he would just say, so something that Ziva said yesterday really caught my attention. You guys think Doc is a drug addict?
Wait.
No.
Maybe. He has been acting weird. What if he's been like smoking demon drugs or something?
What if he's the one in
Oh my
danger?
gosh. Maybe
God,
he
if you
failed
fucking
as
demon
a
drugs, who are
father.
we to stop him? That's some hype shit.
I suspect that his affliction is more spiritual than chemical.
I just wanted this reaction. Are you sure? I mean, it could be.
No, I'm not. But
He's fallen hard times. Went down the wrong path.
if he was concerned with such things, I suspect he would likely have tried to procure some while we were investigating in the direct yesterday.
Which is why he was with the brother. Who was specifically handling the addicts. Hey, I'm just saying, maybe the big guy needs some help. He wasn't there when we saw what happened to those guys who took this stuff. Imagine if he took some.
We told him of that danger,
I mean, yeah.
and, well, could simply be a better liar than I gave him credit for, I suppose, but when I spoke to him of his, well, of my concern, he said that they were more related to the item, any substance.
No.
But it would not be the first time I had been mistaken in such an assumption.
Oh no, I won't completely erase the possibility, you know?
Nor should you.
Maybe next time we see him, we just have a sit down. Tell him why drugs are bad, you know?
Unless you do cool drugs.
Unless you do cool drugs, and these ones aren't cool, not in the city.
I don't know. They were pretty cool.
You take them then.
Solus, for your part, what do you make of this woman? She seemed to pierce your form, almost casually. Do you think, well, how much precisely do you think she knows?
Not entirely sure. I tried to play it close to the chest. I believe that with someone of sufficient magical skill, they would be able to perhaps ascertain that I am Fey of origin. That might be enough to draw her attention. Though I have tried to be subtle, I am not entirely sure those... Some word has not gotten out of perhaps a talking cat or a magic cat. And as for beyond that, I can't imagine the Duchess would be writing a cat house. As he sees his ears flatten at that name.
Well, seems though we're in agreement then. Shall we go see what surprises Mr. Porter has in store for us?
Probably a dead body.
Fellas.
Not much of a surprise.
Roll an intelligence check real quick.
I'm amazing at these, don't worry. Nat 20.
Oh.
Almost.
There is another option as well, in that it's possible she deduced that you were simply not a normal cat.
She done smelled it.
She could have assumed I was not normal cat, but maybe some type of found familiar. I'm not entirely sure.
Would Destrian know about, like, druid wild shape and stuff like that?
I mean, yeah. Druid, wizard. I think probably a lot of things could probably appear to be a cat for at least a little while.
Though I hesitate to call such an explanation more mundane, it would be a less otherworldly explanation if she assumed you were a druid or spellcaster of some other kind who simply preferred the anonymity of fur.
Something to keep in mind.
Either way, let's see how proficiently she keeps up her end of the bargain. And how proficiently we keep up ours. As I like slam back the rest of his coffee. Well,
down at the old dusty trail. So I suppose then we have no intention of going to the raid.
The raid is not until this evening.
We intend to do both in one day.
I must admit, I'm sad. For a moment, I thought you said rave, and I was having some type of flashback.
This is all I saw. This is all I saw when he said that.
The panty raid. Thank you, Mr. Crows.
My brain.
Well, if we're fast in our dealings with whatever we encounter at Mr. Porter's establishment, we should have sufficient time to rest and recuperate at least a little. We are required to meet Sergeant Peter.
Yeah, this one's in the morning, that one's in the evening. It should be fine. We've had pretty cramped schedules before. God damn.
Oh my god, how did you find like that perfect of a game?
Get it? Perfect? Oh my god, we're so full of puns today.
Hey.
God damn it. That's his version of Uther Ross. Just a cat rape.
That's true.
Oh, but yeah, so we
So,
should probably head out. Before it gets too late. Because I will go back to sleep.
Away we go.
you head out into the morning. Find it to be a gray, in fact, quite wet day. Puddles have gathered in the cobblestones, and lifting up that amazing sort of wet dirt, 5-day-old trash smell. It is not raining at the moment, but it definitely has been, and very recently. Surprisingly, as you sort of get your bearings and, determine the hour, you realize it's probably actually still quite late in the afternoon. You'd guess probably about 10 to 10:30. You slept quite a long time.
Late in the afternoon
very
or the morning?
It's late morning, early afternoon,
Okay.
sometime around 10:30.
Cool.
So yes, you slept quite long. The streets are full of people rushing about their day. Not so much as you get out of the Doxton Market. Well, depending on which way you go. The address that you were given, if that is where you intend to go straight away, is over here. So you have a few options, but all of them lead to bridges. You can either cross this bridge, this one, or this one.
Oh, before we go, inquire with the charming hostess whether or not there is stabling for mounts should we be staying further night.
She recommends a place where nearby where you can do that, but not directly outside of the laundromat. That would be odd.
It would be a somewhat curious joining of establishments, yes. But thank you for the recommendation.
And she smiles and nods. And by the way, this establishment is by invitation only. I don't know if it was explained, but well, guests don't have invitation rights. We would
Understood.
appreciate if you didn't recommend us to anyone.
You can trust in our discretion. And then, yeah, I guess we head to Lionel.
Nice. Where nothing bad will happen to us.
Ever.
Why would it? We're the good guys.
Hmm. And I could just cast that on us whenever the fuck we want, because it lasts for an hour.
Well, I think it's
It's a
like
toll to cross the bridge. 1 silver, please.
Do we remember if there was also a toll on the market bridge?
You do not remember.
A tragedy.
I mean, fuck it, dude. Like,
Yeah, we can
let's-
pay that. We
yeah,
can afford it.
we're just Destiny.
We're ballers, shock ballers.
We'll each pay a silver. Fine,
Yeah.
whatever.
We'll be
And
fine.
they thank you for the silver and assure you that it goes to the upkeep and protection of the bridge and the citizen, and send you on your way.
Hell yeah.
Worthy bowling.
I will pour ghost pepper extract down your ears.
You do notice, actually, as you get here, traffic over the bridge going the way you're going is much heavier. Lots of people look to be on their way to work. Or traveling for work. All of whom are paying the silver piece toll to cross the bridge.
Interesting.
I like how we're all interested in this, but we literally do this in real life on toll bridges and shit. Literally pays
Whoever crosses
those
the road.
bastards
Just swim.
that's
Fucking asshole.
exactly how that, right?
The guards that are on the bridge, are they just regular city guard?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Why did I think they were coin guard last time? Oh.
It's probably the coin guard up in the market.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely the coin guard in the market one. Yes.
Yeah.
He's not there. Dude.
Now I suppose we head toward Lionel, keeping a lookout for the shadowy characters.
Okie dokie.
It's me, I'm the shadowy character.
Congrats.
The scene is loading. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Why do I like the lighting of this so much?
A funny
no.
story on my impeccable timing, by the way. When our bags were coming or off the carousel, I looked at my phone and I got a text from Delta that said, "Your bag is arriving," and I read out, "Your bag is arriving," and I looked up and my bag literally fell onto the carousel right then.
Nope. Meanwhile, anytime I'm waiting on the bags, I just lay on the carousel and I go back into the fucking loading area and I pick it up myself.
I know it's back here somewhere.
Don't mind me. I'm just passing through.
Just here to get my stuff. You broke it last time. I'm not letting you break it this time. Just crawling through there like a beast of nature.
You immediately recognize that you have passed into a much nicer part of town than on the other side of the river. And it's still a heavily trafficked area. It has been raining recently. There is a little bit of sort of dust and dirt, but for the most part, it is very clean, tidy, and very well patrolled with both city and coin guard. It is bustling, people hawking wares and busking and other things, running back and forth, buying supplies for whatever household they are working at, etc. There are a lot of people running back and forth, animals, chickens, etc. You're following the instructions you've been given. You believe that you are heading to a house down this way. And as you walk forward through the market, you mentioned that you were looking, keeping an eye out. Can you be more specific? Tell me where you are looking and in what are you assessing? And each person who answers gets a perception check.
I'll take roofs and windows.
Rows and windows, got it.
I will be looking low underneath things. Perhaps there's mice. I mean bombs.
Nice.
People trying to act natural, just
Destrian is-
loafing around
Oh,
while
sorry.
watching.
Mhm. That is actually exactly what Destrian's looking for. You mentioned that most people here are on like very obvious errands. Destrian is looking for people that are kind of just loitering with intent.
Or repeats, like people who keep coming back for the same errand, quote unquote, you know? They're just tracing a path.
Yeah, patrolling.
Yeah.
That aren't obviously coin guard or city guard.
All right.
Oh, and also
Um,
specifically anybody who may have concealed like weaponry, either open or concealed about their person.
You do see the odd occasional dagger, not hidden, but you remember the peace bindings, and make note that actually weaponry does appear to be quite rare. So you are hopeful that you will be able to pick it out if perhaps there is something untoward. Can everybody please go ahead and give me 2 perception checks?
Should I just roll one at advantage, or just do 2 separate? Huh?
Either.
Oh, okay. You know, just one button press easier.
You know me. All right, please proceed through the market as you go.
Are you guys trying to be sneaky at all, or you just...
Yeah, the other thing is, are you making it obvious that you're looking around, or are you trying to disguise that?
I'm a cat looking for stuff.
I'm gonna follow Destrian's lead.
I suppose he would be trying to conceal, as in like taking an interest at the stalls and kind of looking over their goods and then looking up and around.
I am a tourist in the market square for the first time.
In fact, I'll even spend like, I don't know, you tell me how many silver it would be just to buy like a few little bits and pieces from the market.
Yeah, you can buy like some fruit and cheeses and things like that. Probably not even a silver. Probably all in 3 to 5 copper for little bits.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, he'll just do that to lend some credence to his deception. But yes, he would be trying to be fairly subtle.
All right. Deception, please, all of you. And what I'll do is I'll do it like a group stealth check.
Even Solus?
Yeah, well, including Solus, but Solus gets advantage, and Solus also lowers the DC for all of you.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you. My
Hell
dog is
yeah.
trying to climb in my lap.
Oh fuck!
It's okay.
Oh my god.
The least deceptive
good
rolled
job,
the
man,
best.
Let's go.
Oh my god!
Well,
Wow,
I was asking
um,
if we're going stealthy because I was wondering if you wanted me to, like, cast the spell.
Well, we have to stay within, what is it?
It's 30
20 feet of you? 30?
No.
I figured that like trying to stealth through a busy marketplace, even with magical help, would be kind of a risky bet. So I was going to wait until we
for
got
when-
kind of closer.
Yeah, more of a win that we, like, get
Yeah.
to the place, but just having the spell up
Yeah.
never hurts.
Fair. Oh, so you do. Oh, so it's not like a constant effect, even when you're just walking along. It's not like you're surrounded by swirling shadow.
Well, no, you're not surrounded by swirling shadows. It's just that when you're trying to be stealthy, you get a +10 bonus.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Then yeah, I mean, by all means.
Because I could have blipped that in on the way here.
Oh, he's desperately trying to get into my app. I might have the DM from this morning. Hi, buddy.
But we can say I cast that approaching the area, like in a alleyway or something. Just so I can
Somewhere
mark off the
unknown.
spell, yeah. And then when you want to use the spell or the stealth roll, go for it.
Okay.
So please proceed through the market.
Ding ba dong. Oh, excuse me.
As nonchalantly as possible.
Pardon me, I wanted to look at the apples. Solus, come on!
And, Estrian, as you make your way over, you notice someone notice you. He, is dressed, like, a common civilian, a worker of some description, meant to easily blend in with almost any crowd. And he is very much watching you and your companions.
Watching as in, like, he recognizes us specifically, or watching as in, like, he thinks we don't belong? Can I determine, or do you want me to roll?
Require an insight check, but with the perception check that you rolled, you also do notice a subtle hand signal. You don't know where. It doesn't help you with direction. And you cannot tell.
Okay. Through the connection, he will kind of give a brief description of the guy and his location, and say, he's not alone, he's signaling someone else.
Okay, but have you tried this cotton candy? I've been swiping it for a little bit, and it's pretty good. It tastes like raspberries.
That is just dust.
This raspberry flavored dust.
Prestige.
Stop giving away my secrets. I'm trying to start a business.
Oh, sword! Here! They have that, the cinnamon that you were after.
I play into the bit.
Yes, it's quite rare. That'll be 7 silver?
Well, what else have you? Any nutmeg?
Oh yes, Cabritian's finest imports. And she gets a little jar out with some small brown seeds in it. Incredibly potent. That's 5 silver.
You know, that'll be just the thing for tea. And yeah, sure.
Destrian pays for all of it.
He puts it,
He pays for the nutmeg if you want cinnamon. You do you, boo.
he puts it in a delicate linen bag with a ribbon that she uses as a sort of pull tie, so it cinches around the top. Pleasure doing business with you. She's making eyes at you, by the way, as most women have been doing. With most of your party, because you're all very good looking.
One of us is clearly uglier than the others.
That's so fucked up.
By about 5.
About 5 charisma.
Being this close to this guy, can I, and not necessarily, now that, you know, he obviously knows who we are, but kind of sort of crowding into his space under this pretense of browsing the stall. Can I get an idea from him of like where he's looking and try and spot some of his companions? Like basically trying to make him sort of glance in their directions. Because now we're all sort of surrounding him.
Not me, I'm
just,
looking at the statue.
confusedly trying to buy the fucking cinnamon.
I'm trying to investigate this.
With the insight check that you rolled, the best you can deduce is that this man is, if he was actually signaling, if he was watching you, now he is a professional and he is not giving anything away. To the point where you're actually wondering, maybe did you misinterpret? Maybe you were being paranoid.
Oh, come on, gentlemen, this way.
And
I think I saw something.
You say the word, I will push him the moment some little passerby walks by him.
I think that stall that they said had the
We will fuck with him so hard.
those pickles that we liked was this way.
Oh my god, those are crossbows. The pickles.
No, pickles! Pickles, I said, not bolts!
this guy
Or a fan of cucumbers.
looked like he was ready to move. And this guy is just drawing his hand away from what's likely the hilt of a hidden blade as you round the corner in this direction.
Which way is the place we're going to anyway?
It was like here, or...
No, it was down here. It was...
Okay.
Oh, it was this place. Okay.
Are there civilians on this street?
It's a market street.
The market be quieter.
Huh.
The market area is busy. But down in this area, it's a little bit more quiet, less traveled. Let me see. Actually, I'll give you this one because of that perception, that second perception check you rolled. You see someone come down this way, get a warning look, and pivot very quickly and start going in this direction.
Oh no.
One second. Destrian just kind of sighs and goes, well, do we want to try and find somewhere quiet and see if your magic can cloak us, or should we just get the party started through the connection?
You also will note there are no coin guard in this particular area.
Oh, if you want to try, just dip into an alley and come back around the house. The other side.
I mean, it's worth a shot if you wish, or
Nah,
do we
you're
want
lead.
to prune their numbers?
Rather than make the first move this close to the market. What a fascinating pile of shit.
We're just moving about.
Are you just going straight in, or are you?
Looks like we're just moving about, you know?
For what it's worth, none of the people that you have identified make any sort of moves, and have resumed their more nonchalant attempt to avoid your gaze or scrutiny. Some are lying against with their backs propped against the wall, appearing to maybe nap. Someone is looking into a shop front window, etc. They are making absolutely no threatening behavior towards you whatsoever, and have not revealed any weapons if they have them.
So, Lucy, with this map of yours, if I provide a distraction, I think you can see if you can poke your heads inside, find out how many more of them there might be.
I mean, yeah, sure. I was just gonna walk a big lap around, but that works too.
Then Destrian will make a very big show of pausing and rifling through his pack, and then pull out one of the scarves that we've taken from the quote-unquote finders keepers, and kind of flourishing it a little bit, and making very obvious eye contact with all three of those that he's seen, walk toward the nearest one. I say, my good man, perhaps you could help a stranger in the city.
Huh? He seems a bit confused.
Do you recognize this?
And you caught him off guard, and you do notice that he shoots a look in this general direction, in this general direction, and over here.
You'll hear through the connection,
And
Solus?
Probably at least one more inside.
No.
No.
Oh my god, they're fighting between a blanket.
Adorable.
Alright.
But yes, so there will be a quick warning shot out to over the connection saying,
Likely at least one more inside. Be cautious.
And he goes, no, I can't say that I'm familiar with that. Anyway, have a good day then.
well, tell me, my good man, do you live around here? There's a particular type of pickle I've been trying to get, you see. Oh, just as a visitor, don't worry about it, not important. There's a pickle that I've been trying to get. I've heard that it's, well, I tasted it in a tavern the other day. They said they got it from the market. I've been just dying to get a jar of my own. They're little red onions and a kind of vinegar.
Okay. What effect are you trying to have on this man?
Basically, I'm trying to distract them.
Bewilderment.
So that Lucius and Solus can potentially slip inside. Undercover class without grace.
Give me a performance. And if you are proficient in that and persuasion, you can roll with advantage.
Or, you got the funny...
I am proficient in persuasion and deception? Maybe? Or is it performance?
No, you are trying to capture attention. You are performing.
That's fair. Womp womp.
That's okay, we're walking down this alley.
Yeah, so, come back here, and I'm gonna need some new stealth. This time at disadvantage.
You never even had us roll stealth yet. I was going to walk down like just an alley over here, and then stealth, and then walk back.
Stealth or deception, you are attempting to slip by unnoticed while Destrian does a thing. Unfortunately, Destrian, his performance, they sussed that he was trying to draw attention. And so now they are looking around with extra scrutiny. So you can roll either a stealth or a deception, either one at disadvantage as you attempt to move forward.
Okay.
Oh, very good.
with a plus 10.
Yeah.
To stealth at least.
Oh, I can roll stealth.
Your deception was also great. Okay. They seem to be paying significantly more attention to Percy in the center of the street, instead of you at this moment, but they don't make any sort of move. They are just trying to watch out of their peripheral vision, out of the corner of their eye, still attempting to be unnoticed. And you walk over here to do what? What are you looking for?
An entrance, even if it might not be an obvious one. The building we were looking for is this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see into the windows on the front of the house. The curtains have been drawn, so you cannot see through them. But you can see that one of the curtains is askew on the side that you are closer to. So you can see that the bedroom is in absolute disarray. You can't take too close a look without actually approaching the building, and you do believe that you would probably be seen just getting literally stepping up and looking into the window. But as you go around the rest of the house, it is mainly just a brick box with a small patio out back. Like no even green. It's more like an alleyway behind the house that connects to other houses.
Are there any other side windows?
I didn't put any in, but it makes sense to me that there would be at least one. So I'm just gonna say yes. There is a small window that looks out on the side of the house. This one does appear to have a board on the other side of it. So again, you could. I mean, you technically could probably get in through this entrance, but it would be. It presents a challenge.
Is it just a single board along the window, or is like the whole thing is boarded up?
The whole thing is boarded up. It's very difficult to see through it. The glass itself has been broken.
Oh.
Meanwhile, They have made no move or anything, and the guy is going, I really don't know about these pickles. I'm not a big fan of pickles. I usually have them take the pickles off my burger. What's going on?
Pickles on his... What a fucking baby.
What a baby!
For us, too.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
You said the glass is shattered. The window, is it an openable window that's like locked from the inside?
Yes.
Okay, mage hand on the inside because you can just do that because you can see, and then unlock the window, and then push it open.
You can open it, but there is there are still boards in the way.
I have a crowbar.
That'll be very quiet.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Stealth crowbar.
Oh my god, you do.
Yes, and it specifically applies advantage.
It specifically applies advantage. Go ahead and roll that crowbar with advantage, and then give me a stealth.
Can I say through the connection real quick? Hey, Justin, I need you to be a big dumbass and just like fall over into some crates that look like they wouldn't hurt to be damaged. On a count of 3, okay?
I need you to go break some shit, like, right now. Don't ask why. Just help me out.
Stealth also at advantage.
Yeah. Can I give another performance or deception check?
Go ahead and give me performance. This one's not going to be a high DC at all. You're falling over into some boxes that happen to be right next to you. You didn't even have to move.
Yeah, I noticed that they were right there, so...
Oh, look at that one.
Oh, well, apologies. I didn't mean to accost you, my good sir. I'll just be... What?
Fucking feet go up in the air and everything.
16 on the strength.
You definitely are going to be able to pry that loose, and to a point where you were able to like move it away and swing it open, which means you will be able to leave the board in place. Go ahead and roll that stealth as well. I just want to stealth with advantage. I just want to see how well Destrian managed to cover that up for you.
Okay. So with advantage, I mean, it's plus 10.
A 1 and a 4.
Yeah, you're good. You're very, very good. He probably didn't even need to do that. Just you. If you've ever played like Batman: Arkham Asylum, you just pry it open and it's silent, and then you just swing it out of the way, like a ghost.
I wanted him to look like a dumbass to other people, just for a second.
Wanted to humiliate him a bit.
He didn't even ask why. He's just a homie.
Okay, right, I got you.
Shit, that's all you had to say.
Shit, man.
Tell me I gotta just fall over? My job's easy.
Alright, so let's see what we can find.
Alright, so is it just Solus and Lucius going inside?
Man, when you put it like that,
Yes.
it's really fucking ominous, but yeah. He will say, thanks for the distraction, we're in on a side window.
He said it. He said the thing. He said, we're in.
Destrian was like, oh, goodness, sir, I am sorry for intruding on your day further. Could you help me up?
Just stares at you.
Stares, motherfuckerly.
That is a big fucking boss. No, I'm kidding.
Why's it got 500 health? Why is it named the Legendary Putt Scratcher?
So.
We're gonna have to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
And you, I assume several of you can't see a goddamn thing.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Luckily, as long as you're within range, you can
There
still
you go.
apply the stealth roll for yourself.
Now you can see, yes?
Yes, there's an ominous red glow.
Excellent. It shouldn't be an ominous red glow. I don't know why it's glowing. Hold on, light.
It's the floorboards. They're ominous.
Oh, I think that's the party token. It's got the ominous
Yeah.
glow.
It's got the holy glow.
Oh, there's red everywhere, and there's an ominous glow. Ah,
Yeah.
understood. I wonder what the red is. Weird design choice.
It's just shadow.
Do you hear back from Destrian? Do you hear anything? Is there anyone inside?
Not that I can see.
You climb in through the window to an absolutely destroyed room. Things have been shattered and ripped open. Trash strewn about. Give me insight or straight intelligence checks.
Because intelligence check is funnier. 8.
You're so smart.
Zola, someone has definitely torn this place apart looking for something.
Ah, this place has already gone through the Compton shakedown. We should look through everything. See if they missed it.
Yes.
Use your supervision. You're amazing at that.
Let's. I'll help you or suss it out, buddy. Can I just listen for a moment? Like, there's nobody. There's
yeah.
nobody in here, right? Like inside of the building.
Perception checks, please.
There's a motherfucker in a closet. I can feel it.
You gonna pull that motherfucker out of the closet?
Come on, Tom Cruise. Let's go.
Lucius, you listen, and other than Solus being a bit weird, but in his footsteps you cannot really hear, you believe that this place seems empty, quiet and chill.
Should be good. Should be good. Alright, buddy, I'll help you out. I'll give you advantage on the investigation check, buddy.
Excellent.
In
Don't worry.
your head, Destrian just hears, do we come in? We can draw the other three after us and well, now that we know there'll be no one at our backs, we can deal with them out of sight.
I told you.
Well, there you go. All right, let me just list off all the shit you find while looking around in here. Destrian, as they are doing this, were you intending to? Were you and Percy intending to stay outside, or were you going to try and sneak in?
Well, Destrian did just ask Solus and Lucius if they should basically, because he doesn't think they stand a chance of sneaking in, but
No,
if they should basically enter.
Lucius would say that the board is up. If you apply pressure here, it'll pop off. Because he would just put it back to make it seem like it's still boarded up. And he would also say, just let me know when you're coming around that side. You should probably approach from go down a different alley and then come back around here from the other side. Let me know when you're coming around that side because the magic will affect you so long as I am within the radius. Within range.
Yeah, then I guess Destrian will bid adieu to his new acquaintance, thank him for his time, and start heading down a different alley, aiming to go around the side.
I always think of this shit way too realistic in my head. I make it so much more difficult than it needs to be.
Do you want me to roll my my stealth?
Yes, please.
Once he would
Sneaky
come over, he
time
would just
junction.
walk along the wall.
You're gonna crit inspiration that, aren't you? Just be like, fuck you. Here's my crit.
No, I think I'll be needing that for something else.
Add
Something
plus
tells
10.
me.
Add plus 10.
I did.
Okay.
It was still.
My
rolling
God!
because my turn-
Oh my God!
Both nat 20. They both nat 1.
Not-
21.
Not quite.
Oh, boy.
Destrian, at disadvantage, got a 26,
Hell yeah.
Holy shit!
and Percy nat 20'd it.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
So you guys managed to convince them you've walked off, go down the alleyway, not seeing a soul, finding the boarded up window, and boink,
Huzzah!
boink.
We're in. We're in.
I know. I can see you. I drop my hand from my headset. I will have to take out the dog real quick. You guys keep running it. Just, Christine, I trust you with my life and my character.
Okay.
I mean,
Jesse will move over.
any of you can control me, but I think Bryce would be the funniest.
I don't disagree with that assessment.
As Lucius starts wandering around the room like a Roomba.
I'll be right back. I'm not a Roomba, I'm a Boomba.
So, Gandalf, with your nat fucking 20 investigations, you find everything there is to find in this house, including a small family of mice. That I'm gonna go ahead and say you just murder.
Welcome to hell, fools.
In the kitchen area, as you are looking around, you find a hidden or a floorboard that is wonky under this counter. Lifting it up, you find a several vials in a satchel. These vials appear to have some reddish powder inside them.
Hey, everyone, look at this.
This one also has flecks of green and white and other maybe black as well, but it is primarily red.
Hey, Lucius, snort all this. Okay.
Says shit. Okay, bring it here.
Shit, man, that's all you had to say. Is this the door to the outside, by the way?
Yes.
And this is the window to the place where the men were?
Yes, that's one of the outdoor windows, and you also know that Lucius over here was where you looked in and saw another window with a destroyed bedroom.
Okay. Destrian will kind of move to here and just be keeping an eye on the door and the window.
Okie dokie. When Solus goes into the bedroom, I assume you go into, all of the furniture has been tossed and pulled away from walls, doors opened and left ajar. You do find, ignored amongst the search, several flyers that appear to have been made, advertising a redemption exhibition match with featuring Lionel, the lion, fighting a person identified as Diabolical Dante.
I love the name. Big fan.
Percy and Destrian, history checks, please.
Hiya!
Ha!
One.
Well, hey, the dichotomy of D&D.
Aha!
Destrian, you know who Diabolical Dante is. In fact, he has fought at a tourney in which you also played. You never fought against him, but he had a persona of an absolute major asshole. Loved whipping the crowd into a furious frenzy. People hate him. And he thrives on it. The bigger the boos and the more things that he can get thrown at him, the better his success.
Okay. You would share that with the group and add, it seems that Lionel fancied himself worthy of something of a renaissance in the arena.
Just so you know, Solus found this, because this is Solus going around with his Nat 20 investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Catman.
In addition to that, you also find a receipt. It seems that another person, a Lydia Porter, appears to have been accepted on a full ride scholarship, in fact, to Aspire.
Does it say from like what she earned that from?
Just a reward from a generous patron.
Interesting.
Seems that more and more of the strands of this web are leading back to that place.
And then that was all found in the bedroom. There is the only other place that you have not yet checked is the living room.
Well, I don't want to do it. Well,
After you, Solus.
I'll take a look in here. I'm amazing at it, if you haven't noticed at all the things I'm pointed out.
That is actually where you just found all those notes. The last place that there is the living room. And I do need everybody to actually be where they will be.
I will be by the window we came in from.
Okie dokie.
Destrian is watching.
Since you are helping, you have to be relatively active in the search.
And we'll put him here-ish.
Oh yeah, he's not here. He's gonna go. And Gandalf, go ahead and pick where you think Lucius would be searching.
He's a bum. He'll be looking in the fireplace.
He'll be looking in the fireplace, huh? All right.
Taking plenty of naps in an unlit fireplace.
Yep.
And as he approaches the fireplace, yeah, this feels like a perception check. Well, actually, not really. You all notice as suddenly the room grows quite cold, sharply colder. You can see your breath. And then appearing in the fireplace, just out of the mantle, a horrifying, spectral figure. She steps forward, arms outstretched, grasping in front of her. Arms closing around. And until they sort of fold entirely back in on her. And then she opens her eyes, or raises her head and opens the flaps of her eyelids that expose empty sockets, and opens her mouth and emits a terrible sound. And I think everybody, please, needs to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yay!
Oh, it's private.
Oh my!
You guys, you're doing really well. Uh-oh. Destrian, that we're gonna call that cocked because you accidentally rolled that private.
I thought you said to roll private.
No, I said I accidentally rolled private. Go ahead.
Oh.
Oh my! Destrian, live.
Nope.
Destrian. And let's do Lucius.
Say again.
I'm rolling for Lucius.
Ah.
That hurt. He shouldn't trust me with his life. So both of you, please drop to 0 hit points. You are now on death saves.
Goddamn ghosts!
And then it vanishes.
I think Solus and I just look at each other like, what the fuck?
I don't know. That was really loud, man. That was. He's
Oh,
gone
speaking
now.
of
I
that-
think we spooked him away.
What is the damage we take?
You take 10 points of damage each. And if you don't do anything soon, I'm going to have them roll their first death saves.
Yep. Well then.
Boys, lads, boys, I was gone for a moment.
Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, I'll run over to Destrian and try to stabilize him. I think that's a nice
Yeah.
That is enough
Reverse
to
meow.
stabilize?
Not enough.
That is
stabilize.
not. That is not. Andrew, can you please roll a death saving throw for Destro?
You'll just crit this right here. You'll be fine.
It's good to see. I think he's stable.
Help!
You know, don't slap him like that. What are you? Stop! Is he? That one.
Go ahead and roll with advantage, please. That is good enough. They are now both stable. Asleep, but stable.
I'm just gonna fucking start dragging people to the window.
To the wall.
That just it seems like a safe thing to do right now, for sure.
But guys, I had an inspiration point that I would have used.
Okay, go ahead and roll one more. Roll one more for me.
Con save.
And Andrew, you do have that crispiration.
I forgot. I stand by it.
That is good enough. So you, in fact, don't. You only take
13.
13 points of damage instead of falling completely unconscious.
The funny thing is, I joked earlier about there being a fucking specter. Or I was.
I know. I heard.
I fucking barely. I didn't hold true to it, and it's funny that it happened.
Well, in lieu of a better plan, I'm gonna heave Destrian up on my back and just fucking. Yep. Nope. Fuck this. Yep. Fuck it. Nope. Nope.
Wait, what even happened? I need context.
But a specter, this, as you approached the fireplace, seemed to step forward, arms outstretched, grasping, as if trying to reach or grapple something, twisted or sort of grabbed its arms until it sort of was in a bear hug of itself, and then sort of raised its head back, dropped its jaw, and let out a piercing wail, and then simply vanished again.
What a dick.
Yes. But you noticed, as you investigated and right before the being struck with all that psychic damage, one of the stones on the fireplace where she appeared to raise out of, and perhaps even where she was grabbing, based on that investigation check from earlier, there is something loose here. And you don't believe it's been disturbed recently.
You just here. Did you start dragging Destrian? You picked him up?
Yep.
I'm gonna walk over to
started
you
moving
guys,
him.
and I'm just gonna fucking pour a potion in his gullet. Drink.
He's just being piggybacked.
Drink.
Mmm.
Heal
Not
for
bad.
7. Destrian.
Average, in fact.
God. What the pandemonium was that?
Ghost.
Yeah, it was a ghost.
It hit really hard.
Can you stand?
Like your eyeballs got really big for a second. I thought they were gonna explode. Looked really painful.
Oh, really? No. Like a mother's caress.
You had a terrible mother.
That's why he's the dad, Paladad.
Paladin. Belicious found something.
But hey, I found this. It's disturbed. Hey, if she comes back, just blast her. And he says, like, looking back at Solus.
The temperature in the room has returned to normal, by the way.
Yeah, Saber sucks. Effects. Ew. That is the funny one.
That's the funnest.
Before Tyler joined a certain other campaign with our mutual friend, that got thrown at us, and we all had shitty con saves, and it was almost a TPK just off of that.
I was a little scared. I was like, I mean,
They could all
she
die
could
right here.
definitely do this, but they could really all die right here.
And
They
it would
could
be
not
funny.
20 it or not want it. Yeah.
But once he says, gives that little warning to Solus, He's gonna reach down and pull free the stone of the fireplace with the funny underneath.
Okay. You do that. There is no sign of her returning. You are able to get one of the stones free and find a small cavity where a piece of paper has been rolled up and put in there. On the paper, it says, "You'll get what's coming to you." And then it goes on to detail how a fight is apparently going to go down, including that Lionel will take a pretty severe blow in the second round, but he will rally, and in the fourth round, Diabolical Dante is going to take a dive. It is marked with a symbol, but no name.
What's the symbol?
I don't know. I will get you one.
I assume then it's not one that we recognize.
I just had an idea, but I can't because you would absolutely get it. So it's not this, but it was totally going to be a fish and a lantern.
I do get that reference.
But I will tell you right now. It is a symbol that you would definitely be able to recognize in future.
Fair enough.
So, in this context, it is a thrown fight, or was this how he died? This is the accident.
He supposedly died of an OD, right?
Yes, it was rumored that he possibly died of an OD, related to maybe a relapse of the drugs, although that hasn't been publicly stated. It was considered, it's not being investigated as a murder.
Mm-hmm.
But based on what just happened to Destrian and how he literally was taken out, it's pretty easy or reasonable to guess that if this specter had made an appearance and did that to him, that it very well could have killed him.
Did Destrian symptoms seem similar to an OD symptoms or OD victim symptoms?
Would any of us know that? Like, can we roll a check of some kind?
Alright. Proficient in medicine.
No.
Then you don't know. However, this one I'll give you for free, especially since you are very wary of authority. You also think that if properly motivated, anything would probably not be investigated as a murder, or it would be really easy to blame this on drugs, would it not?
Yeah.
Creepy specter.
I wonder if
Our new friend there is why the gentleman outside seemed to lack any allies within the place they were guarding. and also are reluctant to stand post within it.
Hmm.
Maybe we can discuss this outside and a little bit further away.
Real quick, and he'll turn around to Solus. Do you know how to see magic?
As he frowns a little bit and shakes his head, and though he shrugs a little bit, but no.
I can.
When you
Give me a
cast,
moment. He kind of stands up and sort of shakes himself a little. Right. And he channels his power. His eyes flash with the familiar opalescent fire, and bam.
Magic detector.
And I'll have a quick wander about the place with my magic pinging.
Does this paper show magic?
There is no magic on, as far as you can tell, except for the magic that you guys all carry.
Mm-hmm.
And traces of magic in the vials of red powder. Abjuration and
We found
I
red
don't know
powder
what
in
that-
here too.
Yeah, so someone grabbed that,
Yeah.
right? We grabbed the 2 papers and the vials.
Well,
yeah.
I was going to say that Destrian would have certainly grabbed the vials after having confirmed that there was magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it seemed. I was just asking because it seemed like she was reaching for something in the same space that this was buried. And then died. Or
What is
went
it
away.
that you found?
No, I found this. Shows like a staged fight. And also,
Ah.
you will get what's coming to you. And then that happened.
You know what?
Mhm.
No.
Chicken butt.
I kind of want to retcon something.
Mhm.
Because we are obviously coming to the end of our session here, which means we're going to step out into the day tomorrow. Or we're going to step back out next session that we have. And Doc won't be here and we'll miss everything until you can reunite. I'm wondering if it would be okay if I just said Doc was here.
I have no objection.
It'd probably be fine.
No?
You guys okay with that?
I mean, it's like how whenever I'm not here, I'm like, yeah, you can just put my character on autopilot. It's fine.
The Droomba.
And we'll just take away 13 points. There we go. And was there anything else you wanted to do inside the house? Because we can finish up in here, and I think that is the end of the session.
I can't think of anything else to do.
No, it's been thoroughly searched by Salas. It's been magically pinged. We almost died.
Do you feel like you have relatively, at least, some answers? Or some information to bring back and perhaps piece together to make answers?
The latter for sure.
We have a lead at least, I guess,
We
yeah.
found some puzzle pieces.
I'm just taking notes.
We'll bring it back to the lady who is very clearly our ally.
You said it was 2 pieces of paper, right?
There was a note in the fireplace, and then one single note in the bedroom, and then all the vials in the kitchen? Question mark.
Oh you gotta
There
know
were
it
the
better,
vials
Joe.
in the there were the vials in the kitchen. There were the flyers that talked about that exhibition match between the two men. There was the hidden note describing how a fight between those same two people would go, and note, or the receipt at least, from Aspire confirming that a Lydia Porter was now, thanks to a generous patron, able to attend Aspire with a full ride scholarship.
Was there a date on the fight now?
No.
How many flyers are we talking? Are we talking like a stack of sheets, or are we talking like, a handful?
Stack of sheets, probably about 50.
Okay.
You assume it looks like a stockpile, like they have not yet been put up. And this was the witness who said he got his drugs from the leader of the Finders Keepers, who happened to be the governor's daughter.
Do we think it's worth our while to try and find this? What was the guy's name? Diabolical Dante.
Could.
It could be
Or
something.
at least find out more
we met
information
him.
as to whether or not they've, when this match was supposed to be, and perhaps if they've fought in the past, it's referred to as a redemption.
Oh, the flyers do tell you that that match was scheduled for 10 days from now.
Oh, okay.
From now, okay.
Yes.
So I wonder if this, and he'll point at the note regarding the plan for a fight, is referring to what is supposed to happen, or what was supposed to happen in 10 days, or what was supposed to happen at some point in the past.
It is a question. With the flyers, it was probably in the future.
The doctor heals you.
I didn't need to use my potion. I didn't need to use my potion.
But you did, didn't ya?
Yeah, just know I
I
used
mean,
my...
I kind of feel like that potion and the healing were both necessary. You got 16 back for you. Yeah.
I used
That's
my
fine.
emergency solace potion on you.
That was your mistake. Live with
Yeah, exactly.
it.
Best
Now, when
grade.
Solus dies,
I mean,
remember
do you
the
say anything to Destrian?
Huh?
Okay.
No. It's in the back of his
Noise.
mind, but he's not gonna say it. He's like, I'm gonna
He's gonna
need
let it
another potion.
seethe.
He's just gonna seethe.
Malding, coping.
But, I mean, bringing back what we've learned here to the madam would probably suffice.
Puzzle piece, certainly. Let's see what she has to say.
Just don't fall over on your way out the window. Or you could just leave out the front. That would be funny too.
And I open the window. Front door seems like a bad
Yes,
idea.
perhaps.
I
Perhaps we
honestly...
should employ
Go ahead.
what subtlety is available.
I mean, oh wait, hold on. I need to
Oh,
do
they
another
what?
Constitution saving throw at advantage, but it doesn't matter. You still got plus 10 to your stealth check, buddy.
Yay!
Yay!
Sneaky guy.
Sneaky beaky.
All right, then we will pick it up here as you push the window open and get back on Park Street, where obviously you will just be allowed to walk back to Vivica or Sergeant Ziva
Yeah.
casually with
Oh, yeah.
no interference whatsoever.
Absolutely, because we're walking the other way.
Yeah, why would we be bothered now?
Absolutely no reason. It's not like she let out a piercing wail that could probably be heard outside.
Nah, what?
I mean, none of us scream like that, so I mean, why would they think we had anything to do with that?
Nobody heard it the first time.
I mean,
it
that is
supposedly
fair,
happened.
man.
Yeah, my logic is infallible.
Actually, I gotta see how far that goes. It was only 30 feet, right? Because that's entirely possible some people died.
Some people were just walking by and just, drop.
One of them drops dead.
Just convulsing on the street right now.
One of them's like, I knew you were a drug addict.
High
Oh. Doctor?
number.
It's fine. It's fine.
High number.
It's fine. 80 people died.
80 people died. There are 80 people.
Everyone in McKinney is dead.
Everyone in McKinney is dead. It's 101,080 degrees in McKinney. But yeah, I came back in from fucking Hachi. I thought you guys were just fucking with me. I saw Lucius and Destrian just unconscious. I was like, who the fuck is unconscious? And I noticed it was those two, because then fucking Solus and Percy looked absolutely fine. I was like, what the fuck happened? Yeah. It's just the way he says it is fucking glorious. I'm gonna stop the stream now. Good night, everybody.
I said,